I'd like to share a few examples of our blackout and dim out lining materials. For a complete list of all the lining materials that we carry, you can call Rolly Company and they'll send you a fabric sample card. You may want to ask yourself, why use blackout? There's a couple reasons. One, of course, would be to block light in a room, such as a bedroom or a nursery. Blocking light also helps to protect your furniture and your floors and the face fabric on your window treatments. Sometimes you'll have a fabric that has floating threads on the back, like this fabric. If the light were to shine through during the day, this pretty design would have lines running through it. So that would be a good time to use a blackout. If you're doing a contrast line top treatment, such as swags or a box pleat valance, and you want to put a color lining on the back, you may want to use blackout lining as an inner lining to prevent the color bleed from affecting the face fabric. There are two blackout lining products available from Hanes called Out Black. And these are a 3-pass cotton substrate lining. Now that means it's a cotton material that has 3 passes of a foam product to prevent any light from bleeding through. Comes in white and ivory. And you also can have dim out materials when you don't need to block the light, but you want to cut down considerably on the amount of light that's coming through. This is Outback Suede, also in white and ivory. And it's very similar to the other, except it only has 1 pass of foam. So it's a lot lighter and it drapes a lot better as well. These are great insulators, and you can combine them with inner lining to make an even better insulating window treatment. Another dim out lining material is Hanes Apollo. This is 100% polyester fabric. It's washable, and it's made by sandwiching black fibers between the beige color on the front and back. It's available in beige and white, and it allows very little light to come through. This is called a dim out material because alone, if I put a flashlight behind this, you could barely see a little bit of light. But layered with face fabrics, often this will make complete blackout. This drapes beautifully. It's a wonderful product to use if you're making a working Italian strung panel or balloon shade, because as it's raised and lowered, the fabric will fall out without a bunch of wrinkles showing from the outside of the home. Another method for doing blackout is to do a French blackout. In this panel, I have a French blackout method. Now, French blackout is not a type of lining, it's a method of lining with face fabric, an inner lining, black sateen, and then your outer lining, which can be whatever color you want to be, khaki or white or ivory. By having the black layer, it prevents light from coming through. It absorbs all the light. So even with a white face fabric, you can have a blackout using French blackout. This is a more luxurious and high-end method, and it's a custom touch that you'll not find without going through a professional workroom or designer. You can also block light by just having 1 layer of black material, and in this small sample, there's just 1 layer of black sateen and a khaki lining. I've found that if the face fabric is dark, the lining fabric is dark, you don't need to even add flannel. You can just have that layer of black and that'll absorb all the light. This is an excellent method to use if you're doing hand-sewn rings on the back of a Roman shade, like this. You won't see light peeking through like you will with some of the other blackout lining materials. Blackout lining is a very popular thing to do. It does help control the temperature in your home. It helps with privacy, light control, lets you sleep late too. So I hope you'll enjoy using blackout lining products in your window treatments. I'd like to share a few examples of our blackout and dim out lining materials. For a complete list of all the lining materials that we carry, you can call Rolly Company and they'll send you a fabric sample card. You may want to ask yourself, why use blackout? There's a couple reasons. One, of course, would be to block light in a room, such as a bedroom or a nursery.